What's going on, Beer? What's poppin'? Hey guys, we're finally back in business. We are finally back in business, man. I'm almost there. Scent Bubble is almost there, man. We getting back to it. Nyaja Brothers in Arms. Tuesday, Paris Corner, Rafaqat Adorn. All right, I see you. I see you. You know my scent of the day. Mary Jane. Will it even show if I pop it up like this? Oh yeah, it does. There we go. Hey, mommy, can you, there you go. Fernando, mommy told you go lay down. Tranquilo. Muy tranquilo. I know I'm gonna catch a case wearing that, right? For those of y'all who have seen, we got the Atat. Yo, I'm so hype about this, guys. Atat Libre de Orange, Paris. What I love about this set is this is no ordinary discovery set. We have the entire line. The entire line. So we will be doing not only a full house review, but we will be doing a power ranking on the men's fragrances, a power ranking on the female fragrances. I'm so hype about this, man. 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we're dealing with a 20 pack. A 20 pack of the whole line. We're still doing our Q&A tonight, per usual, man. Any questions y'all have on fragrance, we are going to fly through the chat. Make sure I see 50 people in here. If you want YouTube to start dumping and doubling it up to 100, since it's been a while since I've been on, go to the top right, hit the 3 dots, and hit like. Run those likes up. As soon as it cracks like 20, I think YouTube starts sprinkling a ton of organic traffic in here to have a lot of people to talk about fragrance. I'm looking for every question under the sun. I'm flying through all of them tonight. Scent of the day, Ahmed Al-Maghribi Herfa. Can't stop wearing this. Beard, what's that smell like, bro? On the Metcalf. I'm gonna be honest, in a very real way, Born to Stand Out Mary Jane is shockingly similar to Lalique Equus. Super warm, ambery, vetivery, warm, savory, sweet type of fragrance, but the Mary Jane is like straight kush on top of it. Imagine this fragrance with the freshest kush possible on top of it. It doesn't smell burnt. It doesn't smell like resinous. It's a chronic kush, the finest leaf you can find. But it's oddly bright though. Like if I didn't tell you it smelled like marijuana or had a heavy dose of cannabis, I don't think you would actually know, because you would just translate it as like a grassy green leafy. But if I told you it was chronic, you would know. You would absolutely know. There's heavy cannabis influence. But I think out of all the weed fragrances I've smelled, none of them hold a candle to Mary Jane, because they all kind of have this doobie like roach back end to them that's just kind of rank. That stays fresh and bright and top heavy, but man, the performance on that is crazy. I put it on like hours ago. Yeah, bro. I don't even think you could shower Mary Jane off. What up, Siraj? I smoked that last night. It made me go teabag. Okay. Get your teabag on, man. You can take you a little nap too. What would you rate off on 9 p.m.? I think it's important when you rate a fragrance like off on 9 p.m., you don't rate it based off of how close it is to other fragrances or if it's better or worse than other fragrances like it. I think you have to take the fact that this is cloning Ultramall even out of the picture. You just have to say, does it smell good? Does it smell quality? How's the performance? Performance is 10 out of 10. Not nuclear, but 9 out of 10 in terms of power. So it's got plenty of power, 10 plus hours performance, sticks on clothes. I think it's a chick magnet for teenagers and early 20s. It fits the bill for a younger man fragrance because it leans on sweet tropical. It has a bubblegummy, smooth, coconutty, sweet, tropical type of fresh feel. And to be honest, the only reason this is in my collection is because I found it for 11 bucks. And a lot of people wanted to know my take on it. I'm 36 years old. This is not a 36-year-old fragrance by any means. But if you're like 25 and down, this is a very playful, slightly seductive, but way more playful than seductive, bubblegummy, coconutty, tropical-esque boy toy type of fragrance. For teenagers, it's their signature fragrance for cold weather and date night. But I'm gonna be honest with you, most young kids don't wear fragrances in and out of seasons. When you're a teenager, even a lot of guys in college, they don't wear fragrances based off of weather and occasions. They just wear it based off whether or not they like it. So Jean Paul Gaultier fragrances get worn year round. Doesn't matter how sweet they are. But yeah, what do I give it as a score? Overall, I give it a 7. 7 out of 10. In its category, it's average. For a young person, it's probably a 9 out of 10. Like if you asked a teenager through a 25-year-old, they'd probably give it about a 9 out of 10 very easily, because it mimics so many things they like. Armani's Stronger With You, Jean Paul Gaultier, Sauvage, not DNA wise, but in terms of age bracket. So you give them a sweet fragrance with a buttload of performance and some bubble gum, and it's off to the races. Her fa is earthy and fruity. Okay, that sounds like every Middle Eastern fragrance. I'm happy I bought that then. Yeah, I mean, listen, if you're a younger guy, you can't go wrong with it. It'll be a staple for you, but don't expect the moon and the stars. you know. I'm going to buy Versace Eros next. What's your thoughts? Cool. Get the EDT. It'll be a lot cheaper for you. You can get 100 ml of Versace Eros EDT for $35. Don't worry about getting the EDP or the Parfum. They don't smell better enough to pay the extra money that you're paying. 35 bucks, 100 ml for the EDT. You'll still have a 10-hour plus fragrance, even though it's an eau de toilette. It's the highest complimented fragrance out of the bunch. And yeah, Eros is a staple. It's crazy how YouTube leaks traffic in here, man. We had 50 viewers, right? And only 4 likes. See what happens? YouTube ain't playing around, man. If y'all don't hit that like button and have the same number of likes as views, YouTube's like, we ain't throwing organic traffic in there. So y'all saw how quick they took it out. I think our regulars just aren't in here because they get in the flow of me going live every single night. And so when they see, you know, Scent Bubble is sick, you know, they stop looking. But that's okay. That's okay. I don't do it for views. I don't do it for the views. How you been though, Joel? When you gonna come on my show, man? Stop playing around. By the way, Joel, how did you Beard and Joel, did you guys check out the latest episode with me and Gator this morning? Let me know if you did watch it. What'd you guys think? Herfog comes across as clean, woody, aromatic, musky fragrance to me with a sublime lime opening. Lime fragrances that come to mind to me: Vetiver Sensual from Mancera, Mahir Legacy Silver, and a lime fragrance I forgot I even had. I have it tucked off in my box, but Day 3 Escandalo. Heaviest lime fragrance. What would you, Beard, what would you compare that fragrance to, like, in the wheelhouse? What arena is it next to? Give me some other fragrances it reminds you of. What's your favorite of all time? I don't have one. Look at half my collection. Does it look like I have a favorite fragrance of all time? My collection's as big as it is because I don't have a favorite of all time. My favorite this week, without question, is right here. As you can see, I just got this fragrance like a week ago, and I've already cracked that dent. Look at that dent. So we ain't playing around. Excuse my son's drawings. Those are not mine. What's up, guys? Rocking Hawas Ice. There you go, Henry. Rock that Hawas Ice, baby. It's the best one of the line. Yeah, Joel, DM me. I'll text you my number. And we'll find, like I said, man, it's not hard to go live. Because when I do collabs, I don't actually go live. I do a local recording on my computer, and then I just post it. But DM me on Instagram, and I'll text you my number. And when people collab with me, I make it so easy. Literally, all you need is a cell phone so that you can either FaceTime or jump on any platform of your choice, you know, Skype, Discord, whatever, so you can show your face, and I pull you into the screen, and all you got to do is be on your phone and chat, and it's a real easy live. And as far as times, you can just give me a schedule, and I'll accommodate whatever's the easiest time frame for you to jump on. And, you know, we shoot for like 20 minutes and call it a day. Unless you're Gator, then we shoot for an hour. What up, Nano? What up, Assault? I only have 3 9 p.m. curve like the green one and curve appeal. Okay. Jax, you need to get something better in your fragrance collection, man. Something that'll inspire you. You gotta get something else in your fragrance collection, man. How much money you got, Jax? How much? Here's a good question. How much money do you want to spend on your next fragrance? And I'll pick it out for you. Tell me your age and how much money you have on your next fragrance. I'll pick your next fragrance. Gentle Fluidity Silver. If it had some woods in the... Okay. Nice. You know what MFK fragrance I've really been enjoying? So, everybody talks about Oud Satin Mood, and it's good. Like, I like Oud Satin Mood, no question. But surprisingly, I'm kind of starting to feel Oud Silk Mood more. It's Oud Silk Mood on the test strip isn't like a wow factor compared to Oud Satin Mood off a test strip, but on skin, I like it better, man. It's more manly. It's not only more manly, but it's more interesting to me. I think Oud Silk Mood is one of the most slept on MFK fragrances of all time. I've been wearing Oud Silk Mood like once this week, once last week. Man, that is a super slept on fragrance. And unfortunately, it doesn't have a clone. So that's gonna be another fragrance I'm gonna be picking up soon, is some MFK Oud Silk Mood, man. Gentle Fluidity Silver is very nice. I just put my nose to that like 3 weeks ago. Got a little breakfast date tomorrow. Any suggestions for a good first impression scent? Nano, how old are you? That's the first question I need. Give me your age and I'll tell you the good breakfast fragrance. Yeah, Joel is famous. He ain't even low-key famous. He's high-key famous. I didn't get to see your video. Only just hopped on YouTube for the first time today. Yeah, go check the video I dropped this morning, man. Me and, so we did a fragrance battle. 3v3, me versus Gator from Novice Knows. And we did 3 fragrances a piece under $50 that if you were blindfolded would pass as niche fragrances. So you can go in your designer bag or your clone or inspiration bag, and we each did 3 fragrances versus, so my 3 versus his 3 on fragrances under 50 bucks that if you didn't see the label, you would think they were niche. And so we covered the whole gambit. We did designer, we did clone, we did inspiration, and we gave people six fragrances under 50 bucks they could get to build like a niche collection. So it was fire, man. We went back and forth. We both went on our long rants. We always have a good time. We laugh. And honestly, I think Gator showed some fragrances y'all never even heard of before, for sure. I'm 11 and I've had a job for a while. I have around 400 USD left. Okay, so you have 2 curved fragrances and off and on 9 p.m. Okay, so he's got bubblegummy, fruity, coconutty, and then 2 silk metallics. 11. Man, you're 11. Okay, this is the next fragrance you buy, buddy. This is going to be the only fragrance you ever need for a couple more years since you're 11 years old. You're going to go online, on Amazon, wherever you want, and you're going to take $35. You can go to fragrancebuy.ca or jomashop.com or Amazon, and you're going to look up Versace Eros EDT, VERS. Take a screenshot of that with your phone. VERSACE, Eros Eau de Toilette. Get the EDT. Don't get the Eau de Parfum. Don't get the Parfum. $35 is going to get you the large bottle of this, the 100 milliliter bottle. And this will be your new favorite fragrance. You can wear it anywhere. You can wear it to school, on a date, to church, whatever you want to wear it. This will be your favorite, and you're going to smell better than any 11-year-old probably for the next 5 years. Bois Imperial, but fruitier. Okay. Oh, for some reason, when you say Bois Imperial, I thought Bois du Portugal, but Bois du Imperial. Okay. Okay. Word. I just put my nose to Bois Imperial like 2 weeks ago as well when my boy Mike came over with He had like a crazy niche bag. He brought over like 30 niche fragrances from Electimus, Novitus. What else did he bring? Man, he brought an insane collection of niche. I'm gonna have him spin the block and come back over here. What up, Jag? What up, Jag? Good to see y'all. I see the regulars leaking in. So Nano is 26 going on a breakfast date. Well, the thing is, if you got a breakfast date coming up, the fragrance I recommend to you, you won't even have it in time. Unless you went to a designer, like if you went to Macy's or Dillard's or something like that. So I'm going to go in my designer bag, assuming you could pick it up that quick. Breakfast date. How old are you? 26. You don't really want to go fougere. You just want to smell clean and expensive. Okay. So two very, very safe fragrances that you can buy right now. Macy's, Dillard's. Sometimes you can find it at Ross or Nordstrom Rack. So any of those stores, or you could go to Sephora or JC Penney's will have it. So two routes. So if you want to smell more expensive and gentlemanly, like not gentlemanly, because that sounds like fougere. That's not what I'm saying. You want to smell rich manny, you know, but bright and upscale. Go with Bentley for Men Black Edition. Very fresh, expensive, kind of boss level feel, but it's not boss like old man. This is young money. You know, mid 26-year-old man would smell very nice and expensive. Bentley for Men Black Edition. Easy brunch wear. Another fragrance, if you want to go sexier, would be either Mercedes-Benz Mercedes-Benz Original or Mercedes-Benz Intense. I prefer Intense. Mercedes-Benz Intense. Those two would be absolutely safe bets that make you smell expensive, manly, and very well kept. Now, if it was me, I'm 36, I'm married, my brunch fragrance is going to have a little more swagger on it. But since you're about to have the breakfast and you need to go to a designer place quickly because you can't order it in time, those are some safe picks you could probably find in like 50% of your retail fragrance stores right now. Joel, you told me get Zara Cologne Rich Warm Addictive. Okay. Scent Bubble, I saw the vid with Gator today, and after I came home from school, banger, love those vids. Also, when's the next Rate My Collection going to be? I typically only do Rate My Collection once a month because it takes about a month to gather enough pictures worth doing an episode. With that being said, man, like every 3 to 4 weeks, we do a Rate My Fragrance. So again, if you haven't had your collection done yet, take a picture of your fragrance collection and send it to scentbubblesubmit@gmail.com, scentbubblesubmit@gmail.com, and they'll go into a queue. And the queue for the 3rd episode is open. So if you submit today or tomorrow to the email, you will be on episode number 3 of Rate My Collection. I think right now we've got about 4 or 5 submissions. I tap it out at 10. Because I don't like my episodes to be more than 10 collections. Otherwise, the episode's too long. Oh, by the way, I'm losing my voice, as you can see. The Scent Bubble now has a P.O. box. Well, not really a P.O. box. I have a private mailbox. So it's not a P.O. address. It's an official private address to the Scent Bubble. So if any of you guys are interested in sending fragrances to have me review over them, I have a lot of people that have been mailing me fragrances all month. It's insane right now. It's actually quite nuts. But if you guys ever want to send anything fan mail or fragrances for me to try and review, I now have a private post office address that packages can be sent to. So we'll start posting those in the description of my future videos as well. We also have 2 new Scent Bubble intros that'll be dropping next week. So I'm excited about that as well. So So this is the idea, guys. So the intro right now to the scent bubble. Oh shoot, let me plug in my charger. Um the intro right now to the scent bubble is kind of like country, right? Anyway, so it's got kind of got that like hillbilly hip hop vibe, right? So this is my idea for the scent bubble intros. So you guys know I'm a musician, right? That's like something I do outside of the fragrance stuff. And I don't tell any of my music fans, because I have like 30,000 or so music fans. I don't tell them that I have a fragrance channel because I want this community to just be all about fragrance. Because if I put on my other socials that I had a fragrance channel, there'd be thousands of people that came in here that don't have anything to do with fragrance, just supporting it. So I wanted to make sure that this fragrance channel was like completely fragcom. And so but I do music all the time, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm making music for the categories of fragrance. So if we're doing, and it's all mostly hip hop based with some like hybrid stuff. So as you guys saw, even that country track, that country guitar lick had some hip hop drums under it. But I'm gonna have different intro themes to the different genres of fragrance. So on romantic fragrances that I'm busting down, I have like an R&B hip hopped out type of seductive fragrance intro, and it's got fragrance terms and all this stuff. Like I tried to tailor it to the scent bubble. And then like when we have like bright and uplifting, I have like a real happy, dope, fun track that's going to be a scent bubble intro. So based off the intro, you guys will know what type of fragrance vibe we're going to be talking about for that day. And right now I have 4 intros made. You guys have only heard 2 of them. You heard the dreamy futuristic one, and you heard the hillbilly country joint. The next one that I'm dropping next week is gonna be the seductive scent bubble intro. And it's already done. So I'm really hyped. That's gonna be another facet to the channel that nobody else has, is I'm gonna have like basically 10 completely different scent bubble intros, and they'll be hand selected based off of what the vibe of the fragrance is for that day. So again, it's just little stuff like that. We got all the sound effects and stuff. I'm really looking forward to it. Okay. What's cracking? Who's your top 3 hip hop producers? Mine are RZA, Havoc, and Alchemist. Hey, listen, RZA, Havoc, and Alchemist are fire, but that's all the same category, man, to me. If I had to pick, I would diversify it a little bit. Because now, granted, RZA, Havoc, and Alchemist within the crate sampling boom bap style of music, they have their own signatures. Like you can tell a Havoc beat from a RZA beat from an Alchemist beat most of the time, right? Because you can just tell in the drums. They all come from the same family in a sense too. So in some ways they're very related. If I had to do like a more well-rounded top 3, this isn't my personal, but like I've been making music for 25 years. I've been a hip hop fan for, I mean, since I heard music. So maybe 35 years of hip hop influence, and I've been making hip hop music for 25 years. If I had a gun to my head right now, my political answer would probably be something like Ninth Wonder. So on the underground scene, Ninth Wonder, Timbaland, and Dre. Ninth Wonder to me could cover the whole underground scene. Dre could carry the West Coast on his back, and Timberland could carry every coast in between that. Now, granted, you're missing a lot of stuff because like you're missing like Kanye and stuff, but to me, Kanye's like he's a hybrid of 2 or 3 of those. Like I feel like all music that spawned after those 3 fall either into a specific lane offshoot of those guys or is a hybrid mix. You do have a couple of different producers you got to keep in mind that completely originated sounds. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people sleep on like Jermaine Dupri. Um, even I'm so regional when it comes to producers, man. Like, you got to understand, when you ask me a question like top three, in every region, I can name like 100 producers. So even when I think about New York, like, yeah, you have Alchemist, like guys that you left out would be like Just Blaze, monster producer, Dilla, monster producer. Um, who was the one I was just thinking of? Um, Static Selecta. Um, Just One. Technology. Um, Man, there's so many greats out of the whole Northeast. I'm trying to think of like producers that just I fell in love with as a kid. Even the Vietnamese dude, what's his name? He's got the freaking goatee. What's his name? He does pass the aux now. I forget. Anyway, I'm like a savant, man. My brain has glitches when I think about different people and whatnot, but I love producers, bro. I used to produce for like 10 years, but then I stuck with the rapping and the engineering. So that's what I've always done. Just got in some decants. Favorites are Instant Crush, Altair, especially Womo, Born Aroma, Original, probably gonna buy the full bottle. Thoughts? I hate I hate when people say thoughts. It's such a dumb thing. I went outside and I walked my dog at the park. Thoughts? Cool. Those are good fragrances, man. I'm not hating on any of those, Jag. Go ahead and get the full bottle. Is Bulgari in the back? If so, how does it smell? Been interested in it. Yeah, it is. So, Bulgari Man in Black. Fun fact about this bottle, this is the sprayer. So when you push this top down, it sprays. But here's another fun fact. When you twist it like this, it locks in place so you can travel with it without worrying about the juice bleeding. And then when you want to put it to use again, it locks in and then becomes a sprayer. Pretty cool feature of a fragrance. I love how they brought this trim way up disproportionately. If they would have put it in the middle, I felt like it would have been generic. Really nice black and gold bottle. You can probably assume if you have a black and gold bottle that it's a seductive fragrance, and it is, but it's kind of like a hybrid between like a very upscale, expensive man and some seduction. Great thing about this fragrance is if you like Prada Luna Rosa Black, Oud for Greatness by Initio, Tom Ford Black Orchid EDP. This is all that in one. I say, let's just take Prada and Black Orchid for instance. This is Prada Luna Rosa Black with much greater performance and greater depth. But it smells exactly like it, but greater depth and more performance. This also smells exactly like Tom Ford's Black Orchid EDP without the orchid. So you have this velvety, patchouli, vetiver, cacao feel. It's dense, it's velvety, it's mysterious, it's dark, but it's sweet without the floral sweet top of the purple floral. So it's, to me, it's amazing because a lot of people can't rock Black Orchid because the floral note of orchid is too intimidating for them. It makes them feel like it's a feminine leaning fragrance. So I'm always like, man, if you wanted to love Black Orchid but you couldn't because it was too floral, get this, because it's basically Black Orchid without the floral. It's more of a sexy, classy man, expensive man, but dark and mysterious tux feel. If you loved Prada Luna Rosa Black, but you hated the fact that you can barely smell it and the fragrance basically evaporates in real time, get this because it has a lot more push. I actually like comboing this fragrance, to be honest with you. One of my favorite combos for this to even knock it through the stratosphere with projection is, do I have it? It'd be nice if I had the fragrance I wanted to talk about. Right here. Zara Man. This is Tom Ford Black Orchid EDP in a bottle. So for people who don't like how forward the orchid note is, I say put one spray of this on and then go 4-to-1 ratio right here. So for every one spray of this, you go 4 here. So a conservative spray pattern would be like 1 right down the middle of this, just to let this sit on how projective this is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then put this in the middle for the 5, but put this under it. Or you could go 1, 2, and then go up 8 sprays. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And yeah, I mean that it's just absolutely killer. But yeah, give that a shot, man. I think Bulgari Man in Black for a niche in the niche category, this is an absolute steal because you can literally wear it every single day, any weather, any season, any reason. You can't really wear it casually. You could, I guess, but I would say it's somewhere between upscale casual and formal. Anything in between. Nightlife in a bottle for sure, but it's very versatile, dark and mysterious, but extremely fresh. And right now you can get a 100 ml bottle for $70. So that's unheard of. Just a ton of value, ton of value. Yeah, I got a bottle of Bois Imperial. It's weirdly addictive and compliment magnet. I would agree. I would agree. However, Beard, I do think Bois Imperial smells like a lot of clones. So Bois Imperial would be like the best rendition of all of them. I don't know if I would pay the retail price for Bois Imperial because there are so many clones that get about 95% in the door, and anything above 90% to me is worth the price savings to then pour my money into niche fragrances that can't be replicated. But nonetheless, it is a phenomenal fragrance. Is my self EDP worth it? No. Jag, I tell you this every night, man. Why EDP is the worst fragrance out of YSL. It's a good fragrance. It smells good, but it's nothing to write home about. Do you like Jimmy Choo Man Ice and Coach for Men? Coach for Men is cool. Jimmy Choo Ice is cool. They're very average fragrances to me, though. Like, to me, the same price you would pay for Coach for Men is the same price you would pay for Bulgari Man in Black, and those two are night and day different fragrances, but similar wheelhouse. Like, if you like Coach for Men, you'll fall on your face for Bulgari. Matter of fact, instead of paying the money for Coach for Men, go ahead and buy this and tell me how much you appreciate the fact that I put you onto that. Jimmy Choo Man Ice is cool, but the performance is absolute ASS. Thought that Bentley for Men Black Edition was Mont Blanc Legend EDT from the bottle. Nah, we don't carry much Mont Blanc over here, bro. The only Mont Blancs I carry is Starwalker, Presence, and Mont Blanc Legend Blue. But this to me is the best Mont Blanc fragrance, period. Period. Go spend the 15, 20 bucks at Burlington right now and go ahead and get this juice. Hopping out the Jag, hopping out the Jag. I hate Mont Blanc because most Mont Blanc smells synthetic as hell. It smells cheap. This don't smell cheap. This smells insanely expensive. Look at the juice. It smells exactly how it looks. Like money, 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 money. Money. Hey, I still got my voice, guys. Just got on Waj Interlude 53 and Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male Elixir 200 ml for $380 in total right now. Very good, brother. Very good. I'm surprised you pulled the trigger on Interlude 53. I hope you put your nose to it first. If so, great choice. Thoughts on Coach Open Road? Okay, so I'm gonna name a bunch of fragrances for you. Kicks, what up, bro? My eyes are still in my eyeballs are still in the sockets, man. I'm surviving. I'm on E, but I'm surviving. I'm on E, but I'm surviving. Kicks, look what came in, fam. Look what came in, fam. Look who came to the cookout. We clipped up with the whole line. We clipped up 20 deep. 20 deep. Let's see. Yeah, so thoughts on Coach Open Road. Let me see if I can get into my sick bag real quick. In the wheelhouse of linen, aquatic, fresh, clean, soapy, dryer sheet category, you think of fragrances like CK1, Banana Republic's 90 Pure White, 78 Vintage Green, Linen Vetiver, CK Everyone, CK Defy. In that wheelhouse of fragrances, Coach Open Road sits one tier above all of that. So if you're looking for a fresh, clean, almost linen-like, but more soapy fresh with a hint of fruit and a hint of floral, just like almost similarly to how a dryer sheet kind of tints the cleanness, Coach Open Road is an excellent choice. Get it in the strongest concentration for sure. I don't have my Coach Open Road up here, but I definitely have like a 30 ml of Coach Open Road over here. I personally don't wear it anymore because in the clean, fresh, sweet, florally dryer sheet category, I typically rock something a little bit more longevity and projection because fragrances like that suffer from it. But it is the best of its class. I think it's money well spent. And if you want a fresh, everyday fragrance with the tiniest touch of signature, only the tiniest touch of signature in the fact that it's more signature than all those other fragrances I just named, that's a great dumb reach option for everyday wear with very moderate performance though. So that's the struggle with linen-y, soapy, slight floral type of fragrances is you're oftentimes going to struggle with performance. Now, personally, I don't care. I ramp up the sprays or I spray breakfast, lunch, and dinner accordingly. So for me, performance is not even a word because I can, as long as I can keep spraying the trigger, I will not lack performance. And there's some fragrances that I love the opening. And when I get to the dry down, it's a different experience. So I might want to reapply a fragrance because I want to get that opening hour or two of experience again. It's called spinning the block. So some fragrances, you don't even mind that aspect of it. It's fun. You get to re-experience the opening. Coach Open Road is one of those fragrances. You're going to hit yourself like 6 times in the morning, 6 times around 4 o'clock. You know what I mean? And it's an incredible money per ml. Greenlee and SB. Oh, okay. Appreciate you, Jag. What would you recommend as a summer scent for someone my age? Jax, remind me how old you are, bro. Would it be something like Rasasi Hawass? Remind me how old you are, bro. Different themes for different scents would be fire. Oh, dang. I must be super late on the chat. What's your favorite Middle Eastern freshie at the moment? Middle Eastern and fresh almost aren't even synonymous. This isn't the most fresh fragrance, I'm going to be honest with you. But this is a real left field Middle Eastern fragrance, Kadlaj Shiaka Blue. Believe it or not, picture Bleu de Chanel had a baby with Sauvage Elixir. Two fragrances I don't wear anymore, but it's kind of cute to see a hybrid of those two together. If you want a Sauvage sexy with a Bleu de Chanel infusion, this is a great fragrance. 10, 12 hours of performance off of like 4 sprays. So pretty incredible. Kind of a crazy Middle Eastern bottle, but you can get this for like 20 bucks. Really well done. I think the red one might be an Amouage replica, but this one isn't really a replica. This is kind of original. Picture Club Dinoy Iconic and Assad, basically. So it's not entirely fresh for that reason, right? Because you wouldn't really call Assad or Sauvage Elixir like a fresh fragrance per se, even though there's fresh elements. However, when you pair that with Bleu de Chanel, that's definitely a fresh fragrance. So that's a hybrid Middle Eastern that gets some fresh points. What are some of your favorite modern hip hop artists or up and coming favorites? You know what, guys? I engineer about 400 records a year from artists all over the country that are up and coming. So they have about 40,000 monthly listeners, all the way to about 500,000 monthly listeners. Many of those artists you've never heard of, but are insanely popular. One of these days, I'll tag a Spotify playlist of all of the records I was responsible for engineering for the 2024 year. I'm still consolidating my my portfolio list. So once I get my 2024 playlist together, I'll put a Spotify link on the community page, and you guys can hear records that I've rapped on. But most importantly, you can hear all the music I engineered for the year of 2024. And most of those artists you will have never heard of, but they're very famous. And so if you want to see the type of people I work with, I'll put you guys on to a bunch of new music. Everything from super trap to super underground to everything in between, experimental, singers, rappers, everything alike. You'll get a big, wide range of stuff. Matter of fact, you know what? You know what, guys? I'm going to do something for you. Let's see if this is even possible. Is this possible? Do I have an iPad? Let me know on the bottom. Do y'all want me to? I could play some artists that records I've engineered. Put it in the chat below if you want me to do that. If you don't, I'll keep talking fragrance. Zaytoven is a GOAT producer. I know Zaytoven. I know Dame Grease. Swiss is fire. I don't know Swiss personally, but Mike Dean is dope as well. Mike Dean is not the best producer of all time. He just has an insane amount of credits. A-Rap Music is cool. I knew him when he was a teenager. What's a good summer scent for someone my age? Something like Versace Huas. Check out Mike Dean. I know Mike Dean. Coach caps have the same but less quality. Does Rare Carbon have a gasoline smell like some say? Yes. My technical answer is no, it doesn't, but I know if you go into smelling Rare Carbon thinking people say it smells like gasoline, you will find gasoline in that fragrance. To me, no. When you spray it on skin, all that misconception goes away. However, if you're going into it with that mindset, you know, you ever hear that saying, F around and find out? It's like, if you go in looking for gasoline, you're going to find some gasoline. Do you like square perfume? Yeah. Thanks for telling me about Bulgari. Definitely going to grab a bottle now. Absolutely. Just make sure you go to fragrancebuy.ca when you buy it because it's the cheapest there. Is myself Le Parfum worth it? Depends on what it's worth to you. I would say if you're under 25 years old, it's a great buy, but in totality, there's so many better YSL fragrances. Tuxedo is better. L'Homme is better. La Nuit de L'Homme's better. Y is better. Nice dig in that discovery kit. Appreciate you, Kicks. Yo, Kicks, I got more, bro. I got more. We got a lot of Born to Stand Out. We got a lot of Kerosene, BT. I'm going to share these with you privately. I'm thinking of buying YSL Y myself now so I can get into the hotter seasons. Do you think it's a good purchase? No. Don't get YSL myself. It's just the worst fragrance of the bunch, man. If you're thinking about myself, just get Y. Y to me is on the bottom of the list as well. But like if you like myself, you will 100% love Y EDP way more. If you wanna be more fancy, go Tuxedo, L'Homme, or La Nuit de L'Homme. They're way better than Y in myself. But Y is unequivocally better than myself. I want Man Glacial Essence, Aquamarine. I don't have anything from Bulgari yet. That's a good fragrance too. Jackson's 11. Okay. You didn't like Interlude 53? No, I don't. No, I'm just saying, when you mess with Amouage, you have to, you can't blind buy Amouage. They're too technical. Amouage and Xerjoff are very technical fragrances. They're not just, they don't go with a lot of common mass appealing combinations. They typically are trying to push boundaries. So because of that, you got to put your nose to them before you buy them. That's all I was saying. How close is Detour Noir to Leighton? Not as close as Lalique White and Black. If you want Leighton, to me, this is actually better than Leighton. Get Lalique White and Black. Don't get Detour Noir. Detour Noir is famously mass appealing, but it's only because they didn't know about Lalique White and Black. And it's beautiful that you can get a designer fragrance that clones Leighton over a clone because more than likely you're going to get much more consciousness on the health and efficacy of the perfumery and ingredients and all that. It's going to sit on your skin better. It's going to be better for you. And personally, I like Lalique White and Black actually better than Leighton. Maybe not as much as Leighton Exclusive, but I don't care. How is that Secretions Magnifique? I haven't tried it yet, Nano. Haven't tried it yet. What up, Jeff Young? How you been, man? Love from the North Pole. What up, man? We in the South. Happy to hear a couple of the artists you was saying about. Yeah, absolutely. I'll definitely put y'all on with a playlist. Good job, Alex. Keep that axe going. Oh, we got it to the bottom. Hi, I'm thinking of buying YSL La Nuit de L'Homme EDP. Can I blind buy it? 100%. Or the hell is 100%? 100% you can blind buy La Nuit de L'Homme without question. Without question, it's amazing. I personally favor L'Homme Original over La Nuit de L'Homme, as you could tell by the juice. But most people in the world favor La Nuit de L'Homme just because it's a newer release and it's a little more versatile than this. This is get them draws. La Nuit de L'Homme is like kind of get them draws and go outside and talk about it with your friends. You know what I mean? Like it's a more versatile fragrance that also plays into date night very well. Whereas L'Homme itself is strictly a date night, romantic. You're with your wife, you're with your girlfriend, you're with someone you're really into. And, you specifically are trying to evoke intimacy at some level. And this stays there. It doesn't really go outside of that to me personally, because it's got such a small projection range. This is a 2-foot projection. Like imagine if I'm right here, this is the projection where it stops. So she always has to be really close to you. So because of that, it's not very outdoorsy because you've got no projection and no range. but it is a better fragrance to me. But nonetheless, La Nuit de l'Homme to me is still better than Myself. And why? As a sexy, seductive fragrance. Why EDT smells good? Not sure on the performance though. You should never get why EDT. It just doesn't make any sense. Why EDP is a 10 plus hour fragrance. There's just no reason to get EDT. I have and love. What's SB Dark Leather? What's SB Dark Leather? And really wanted Tom Ford Ombre's leather, but the price on... Oh, what is SB? What is SB, Jareem? I'm looking at the rare carbon, but I don't put Fahrenheit on skin and got a nasty gas. Oh, Spice Bomb. I'm an idiot. Yeah, dark leather sucks. Dark leather sucks. It smells good, but the performance is terrible. Ombre leather is an amazing smelling fragrance, and the performance is beautiful. You know, so basically you're trying to save money. Yeah. So often on rare carbon is going to run you like 30 bucks. Ombre leather will run you about $110. How many fragrances do you own, Jareem? How many fragrances do you own, and what country are you from? That's going to help me to help you figure out what to get. By the way, give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm going to grab an iPad so I can play you some music that I've produced. Why don't you mess with pure oils? There's no reason to. For me and my journey, there's no reason to really mess with oils. Now, my boy Kix Griffey rocks with oils, so maybe one day soon he'll put me onto some stuff. What's 350? 350 in my money. What does that mean? What does 350 in my money mean? Tell me your age and where you're from. Okay, my bad. Pardon me. 350 is how many fragrances you have. Okay, and then where are you from? What country are you from? Okay, so let's look up one of the artists that I produce for and engineer for. Oh, here.
We just trying to stay down. We just trying to stay down, down. Trying to stay down, down, down. We just trying to stay down. Keep the real ones around now. Trying to stay down, down, down. Stay down, 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 down. We'll make it out somehow now. This ain't gospel choir. The other day I saw a man, he told me to take a loan out. I said, what it look like?
I'm just playing little excerpts for you guys.
Yo, we got the energy to generate a situation, save a nation, make a people wanna hit the slide. Make me wanna turn and have electric pop your sucker side. I'ma have to let you know we ride. Anybody wanna take me off my square, gon' have to come and put some hands on your boy. Yeah, if you wanna see me come around with the duppa sound, you gon' see me with all of my boys. Yeah, we ride deep up in the clutch for real, and we bringing the type of energy that you gon' feel. I got the avatar stance plus the Goku hands. I wish you would come and take my plans. I got the energy generate, baby. We got the energy generate.
Now see, that's like if I'm tapping in with my old heads, right? But then we could spin the block and hit y'all with I'm on my son's iPad, so I don't know what I have access to. Then we can hit the young kids with something like this. I produced this as well.
I gotta follow the star. I found my Canada Kings and I'm moving too bold cause I know who you are. Devil can't play me, I'm singing unholy on yours like I have his guitar. You give me purpose, I run with your word and I pass it, I move like Lamar. You are the greatest of gifts, I don't swing for the fence, I don't swing for the space. Brand new beginnings cause it's a new day. Now when you start to get out of my way. Don't need to build someone already paid. Nothing left for me to...
I'm just gonna fly through a bunch of quick ones.
I know we gon' be good end of the day. And I know I feel better if I just pray. Hey. Yeah.
I'm trying to hit y'all with like a bunch of different variety. You know what I'm saying? Now y'all can hear somebody bar out, produce this as well.
I'm in the business, I give them the business and think of the glory to God. Put in the business, this ain't no fit, no cap, but we raising the bar. A leader, I'm leader, releasing the legions, hip hippie, I'm throwing them off. I read the plan on my heart, I never planned it apart. I'm feeling motivated.
All right, and then y'all want to see something with the ladies? I do a lot of different stuff, man, like a lot of different hip-hop genres. Tom Ford and NZ is 350. Nah, you're good, Dream. So here's a female I engineered this record for.
I ran 2 inches like a truck and I self-suffocated. But I read Bible and then I meditated. Set my mind on the things above so I'll be educated. I know my God won't fail me now, through him I'm elevated. I had to...
Anyway.
I heard about so when the game, I had to play it smart. There ain't a 9-year team, I had to play my part. I play my role. Ain't sit around and watch the days change. They wouldn't let me open, now they call me for the main stage. Look, sometimes labels can mean danger. Came to kick y'all out the machine, the Green Ranger. It's all love that I seen from these strangers. They love me in the hood, I'm giving them street bangers. Passion when I'm rapping, yeah, it's notable. Facts. Every line I rap became a quotable. Facts. All my indies with me uncontrollable. There's people hating talent, so be careful who you show it to.
Fourth quarter, this is game time. This Bronny from the Bay.
And then if you want to just go straight stupid.
Yeah. Ay. Chuck, praise God. Ay. Ay, don't try messing with me, not knowing that I got the bottom. I sound like a clock 30. I did it, dash got the bottom. I live in the devil, he came and I shoot like Steph Curry. Cap in the trash and they rap for the rest, and then y'all getting mad when they find it. It's not working. They'll be shooting their arrows at me, but shit'll fake for me, so no, sir, it's not hurting. Yeah, they don't be playing too dumb. The ball with a drum, he run up on me, it's percussion. Back then, love so numb, but GC saved me just from my certain destruction. I'll just rap my purse, now I put on my boots, and I'm ready for work like construction. I know what gotta be telling me, so it just sound like the haters, they not saying nothing. I'm on P's and Q's like it's
Anyway, that's enough. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up in like 5 minutes. Any last minute fragrance questions y'all got? Just let me know. Yeah, turn this off. Woo. I'm tired today, boys. Yeah, so, sorry, Jareem, so the answer to your question, bro, if you really love leather fragrances and you really liked your dark leather from Victor and Roll Spice Bomb, and you really love Tom Ford Ombre Noir, I'm going to tell you that a lot of people aren't going to give you this advice, because me personally, I think Afnan Rare Carbon is the closest clone you're going to get to ombre leather without question. But it is not ombre leather. It's very, 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 very close. However, at the end of the day, you will always have to add something to this to get it closer to ombre leather. For me, when I mix YSL Loam with Rare Carbon, I get ombre leather 100% of the time. 2 to 1. 2 sprays on 1 spray, 4 sprays on 2 sprays. I can get ombre leather every single time. And I can even take it a step further and use other fragrances to get slightly different twists on the ombre leather DNA. If you wore this just by itself, it's right in the middle of Tuscan leather and ombre leather. So, but here's my opinion. I love this fragrance. However, in your fragrance journey, if you don't have a lot of leather fragrances that you're absolutely in love with, it's very hard to come across leather-based clone fragrances that get you close enough to a niche leather feel. Because at the end of the day, the synthetics they're messing with are just not even on par with real producing leather accords. So for me, man, my recommendation for you is save your money and just buy a 50 ml of Tom Ford ombre leather, or pay $15 and get a 5 to 10 ml travel spray of ombre leather and call it a day. Because at the end of the day, ombre leather is such a signature scent that you really should go after the real DNA, because I personally haven't come across any clone that I think truly gives you what it gives you. Afnan Rare Carbon is like 85-90%, but because there aren't a lot of incredible leather forward fragrances, I think that ombre leather is one of the few leather forward fragrances that you should put all your money into the actual fragrance, because the payoff of it is such a better experience than what the clones offer. Now, granted, if you have Loam and you have the blend fragrances, get Rare Carbon, because Rare Carbon is an incredible base fragrance to mix clones on top of to get to ombre leather. and to get to some cool remixes and twists. However, if you want ombre leather specifically, buy ombre leather. Any good suggestions for spring, summer, 2 niches, 2 designer? So 2 niche for spring, summer is going to be Bulgari Man in Black and Mancera's Amberful. Incredible, great fragrances. Both of those fragrances you can get for 70 to 90 bucks a piece. 2 designers you can wear in spring, summer is going to be Bentley for Men Black Edition and Mercedes-Benz Intense. Thoughts on Interlude 53? It's okay. What about Dior Sauvage Elixir? It's good. I want all the Freshie frags. Me too. Well, I have all the Freshie frags. Thoughts on Mancera Oud Lemon Mint? It's very good. It's very good. I would give it probably... I don't really give decimal ratings to a fragrance. To me, it's an 8. To most people, it's a 9. Again, to me, it's an 8 out of 10. For most people in the mass public, I've seen them give it a 9 out of 10. I would take it one step further, and instead of getting Oud Lemon Mint, I might get something like La Corday from Montclair, which you can get for about 70, 80 bucks and get 120 ml. It'll give you a slightly better experience to me. How does it perform and smell? It smells exactly like the title suggests, and it performs 8 hours plus. But again, my recommendation, if you're going for a lemon feel, is to go with Montclair's La Corday, because you're going to get more juice, you're going to get slightly more performance, and it does have some mintiness to it, but it's more lemon, honey, and tea. Amazing outdoor, fresh, everyday blind grab fragrance with a ton of performance, and it's the same price, if not cheaper. Any last minute questions from you guys before I sign off? Absolutely. Anytime, Assault. Anytime. Thank you so much for joining the live, buddy. I heard it's like vanilla cake. Is that true? Not quite, GTA. Not quite. Oh, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, Lucky. Thanks for the feedback. Thanks, man. That helps out. I fell in love with the Tom Ford, so I'll take your advice and go with the real deal. Apologize to my wallet later. Yeah, man. I mean, again, when you talk about leather fragrances, man, I would never really go the clone route for leather. Leather is not a clone-friendly note. Every clone house, some clone houses get a better leather accord, but most of them just get too animalic with it because they're dealing with a cheap leather. So I really feel like with leather-based fragrances, you have to go designer or niche, and ombre leather is so much better than almost every designer level leather that spend your money on that fragrance, and then for other accords like florals and freshies and citruses and stuff like that, you can absolutely go clone, and I have hundreds of clones to recommend in that category. But again, specifically Leatherman, just get the Tom Ford and call it a day. You will smell so rich and so expensive, and you will appreciate yourself so much more for just because I look at it this way. Tom Ford ombre leather is the price of 2 or 3 clones, and it smells better than probably 20 or 30 clones combined. So it's one of those fragrances you need to just make the exception for. Also, the tobacco fragrance is so addictive. Which one? Which tobacco fragrance are you referring to, Lucky? Oh, Oud Tobacco. Hey, listen, man, if you guys want the best tobacco fragrance right now money can buy, buy this. Buy this and call it a day. This is all you need for tobacco, guys. If you have this fragrance, you have every tobacco fragrance ever made. And this fragrance is only 40 bucks, 40, 50 bucks max. It's the best rendition of tobacco ever. On the top, you have fig leaf and bergamot. In the middle, you have papyrus, tobacco, and cinnamon. In the base, you have myrrh resin. Damn, what's the... Y'all are gonna make me look this up. Man, I turned it off. Get that fragrance, man. Oh, cognac. Cognac, myrrh, vanilla. This is incredible. This is incredible, guys. Just trust me. Just trust me. 40, 50 bucks. This is the best tobacco fragrance money can buy. Tom Ford Oud Tobacco is okay compared to that fragrance. Thank you, Henry. Thank you, man. You have a great night, buddy. Have you tried the Absolute Lamal? Not yet. Not yet. The Intense is more balanced. The OG is 2 on the face, but it's good. Yeah, no, it is good. I do think that it's good, but the cognac note on this is what it needed. Tobacco needs to be soaked in liquor, man. That's just my opinion. Tobacco needs to be soaked in amber, resins, and liquor for it to be good enough for my nose. I will not have it any other way. My bad. Top notes, fig leaf, mint, bergamot. Mid notes, tobacco, papyrus, and base, you have cedar, vanilla, cinnamon, myrrh, amber, vanilla, and cognac. Yeah, you guys, you have to get this fragrance. This is easily top 10 best fragrance in my collection, without question. And it's the best tobacco fragrance I've put my nose to in a long time. I have tried this 67 EDP. It's okay. Any new designers you should try out? To me, we'll see, man. We'll see in the designer category. I truly feel like you guys should really start with Ferragamo, Lalique, and Bentley. There's so many hidden gems in those 3 houses alone. You could probably build a 50 fragrance collection just off those 3 houses. Salvatore Ferragamo, Bentley, and Lalique. Lalique Equus, Lalique White and Black, Lalique Ombre Noir, Lalique Indigo, Bentley for Men Black Edition, Bentley for Men OG, Bentley for Men Azure, Bentley for Men Momentum Unlimited, Bentley for Men Infinite Rush, Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo Signature, Salvatore Ferragamo Red Leather, Salvatore Ferragamo Bright Leather, Salvatore Ferragamo Spicy Leather, Salvatore Ferragamo F Black. Like, there's just so many bangers. I'm leaning more niche, but I'm not trying to throw away $300. You shouldn't, man. You should put your nose to every niche fragrance before you buy it. All right, guys, I'm signing off for the night, man. Love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. If there were any questions I missed tonight, put them in the comments section. I'll answer those questions within 24 hours. Stay tuned this week. We got a lot coming, man. I appreciate you guys so much. If you're new to the stream, follow the channel, man. We post content every single day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you don't want to miss out. With that being said, I hope y'all have a blessed week. Thank you for tuning in, and we're signing out.